Is the significance of your birth year's last digit anything you've ever considered? Envision a world where your birth year might unlock the secrets of your character and fate. In this article, we will reveal the intriguing meanings of the last digit of your birth year, and you will not want to miss out on the insights into your health, relationships, prosperity, and spirituality that each digit represents. In our fast-paced world, finding meaning in numbers can feel like stepping into a magical realm. However, the practice actually has its roots in ancient wisdom and modern spirituality. As we explore this fascinating topic, you will learn how these numbers can help you live a more fulfilling and rich life. Whether you are interested in how your birth year affects your relationships or your path to prosperity, we cover it all. Stay tuned as we explore the meaning of each last digit from 0 to 9, revealing their unique connections to other important aspects of life. By the end of this video, you will have a new perspective on the significance of your birth year and how it can guide you on your spiritual journey. So, don't miss out. Now let's get down to brass tacks and find out what your last digit says about you. In numerology and spirituality, the number 0 has special meaning as a symbol of starting and ending. It represents the endless cycle of being born, dying, and reborn. As embodiments of the eternal cycle of life, those whose birthdays conclude in 0 typically exhibit traits of both leadership and humility. Even though they know how important it is to finish what they start, these people are natural starters and are always full of energy as they embark on new adventures or initiatives. 0 represents the boundless potential that awaits us on a spiritual level. It is the emptiness from whence all things emerge. Those born with this digit in their year are said to be very clairvoyant and perceptive of the interdependence of all things. For their own spiritual development, they find that techniques like yoga and meditation that stress oneness and togetherness appeal to them. A person with a 0 attitude is one who is always evolving, who isn't afraid to start over, who comes up with fresh ideas and movements, and who motivates everyone around them. Striking a balance between their ambitious nature and the need for reflection and spiritual growth is something they are learning. In addition, the number 0 highlights the significance of recurring patterns and cycles in our lives. These people may go through lessons or themes that encourage them to be resilient and adaptable over and over again. They will be able to face life's difficulties with poise and knowledge if they learn to recognize these patterns. Being unique is encapsulated by the power of 1, sometimes known as the number 1. Being self-reliant and taking the lead symbolizes venturing out on new adventures and having the guts to make your own way. People born in a year that ends in 1 are generally considered to be trailblazers, with a bold personality and a hunger for leadership roles. Their ambition and desire to be unique propel them to great heights, and they frequently achieve this by a combination of hard work and originality. A spiritual significance of 1 is its connection to the divine and the idea of oneness. It stands for the one place from where all life springs, underscoring the significance of finding one's own voice and taking charge of one's own destiny. Spiritual teachings that focus on individual development and enlightenment tend to attract people with this digit, who look for meaning in relationships as a means to comprehend the cosmos. They prefer company of others who share their passion and drive, and they may have difficulty with codependency. They cherish independence. In terms of professional and personal aspirations, their path entails striking a balance between being very self-assured and having strong interpersonal connections. In business contexts, they frequently pioneer novel approaches and aren't hesitant to try new things. They are well-respected members of their communities due to the confidence they exude and the unique ideas they share. Embracing one's individuality is the first step toward leadership, spiritual development, and self-discovery, according to the number 1. According to popular belief, those whose birthdays fall on a 2-digit year are destined for great wealth. This association with wealth extends beyond monetary riches and includes a treasure trove of personal connections, life lessons, and enlightenment. Those born with this digit are generally considered to be agreeable and diplomatic, qualities that benefit them in both professional and personal settings. They are masters of bringing people together in mutually beneficial partnerships. They are also skilled negotiators thanks to their capacity to perceive things from multiple perspectives, which contributes much to their material prosperity in the spiritual sphere. 2 represents dualism and equilibrium. Inspiring people to seek equilibrium in all areas of life, the sign of 2 represents the harmony between the physical and spiritual realms. When this pair is at work, people tend to be more drawn to activities that help them calm and center themselves, such as meditation and being present in their relationships. Those born under the sign of 2 are regarded to be caring and sympathetic people who place a premium on friendship and love. To make sure their interactions are satisfying for both parties, they must figure out how to balance their giving and receiving sides. Professionally, people with the digit 2 thrive while working in groups. They have a natural talent for uniting others around a shared objective. As a result of their tact and capacity to settle disputes, they are an asset to any company. Having a well-rounded existence is encouraged by number 2. Their diplomatic disposition and pursuit of balance allow them to bring about harmony and plenty in life. In every area of life, people with this digit can amass immense wealth. Numerology often links the number 3 to interpersonal connections and relationships. People born in years that conclude in 3 tend to be outgoing and charming. Because of their charisma and ease in expressing themselves spiritually, they flourish in social settings where they can form connections with others. As the number of the Trinity, which stands for the unity of soul, body, and mind, 3 is also a powerful emblem of individuality and freedom of expression. Individuals born under this digit often find themselves drawn to creative pursuits where they can inspire and uplift those around them in their personal interactions. The 3s are contagious optimists that brighten everyone's day with their infectious smiles and boundless energy. They are the ones who keep their social groups together most of the time. Along the way, they'll figure out how to satisfy both their desire for companionship and their need for quiet reflection. Isolation and self-reflection in the workplace are common experiences for people working in creative or expressive professions like writing, public speaking, or the arts. Their leadership and impact are enhanced by their ability to inspire and motivate others. When those born under the number 3 embrace their sociable nature and follow their creative ambitions, it opens doors to a life filled with communication, connection, and creativity. Those born with this digit have a far better chance of succeeding in life and finding happiness. By focusing on what they're good at, they can find love and achieve professional success. People whose birthdays fall on the number 4 are said to have a great affinity for taking care of their bodies and a knack for staying fit. In terms of their health, the discipline and systematic nature often come in handy. Religion and spirituality, the 4 cardinal directions stand for security and grounding. It represents the 4 cardinal directions and the 4 elements, earth, air, fire, and water, symbolizing stability and equilibrium. People with this digit tend to gravitate toward holistic health and yoga, which aim to improve both mental and physical health. The 4s have a reputation for being very health conscious. A healthy lifestyle, including a balanced diet, frequent exercise, and enough relaxation, is important to them. In order to maintain health and vitality over the long run, they must learn to pay attention to their bodies and make self-care a priority. Caretakers, personal trainers, and practitioners of holistic medicine are among the health and wellness professionals that 4XL frequently influences. They are effective because they are realistic and disciplined. A life of health, stability, and well-being is encouraged by the number 4, who embraces their disciplined nature and prioritizes self-care. This is especially true for health practitioners and wellness advocates in general. Those born with this digit have a very high chance of enjoying long life, good health, and spiritual enlightenment. Ascension and metamorphosis are spiritual themes linked with the number 5. When a person's birthday falls on a Friday, it's a sign that they're on a quest for self-discovery and a greater knowledge of the cosmos. They have an insatiable appetite for discovery and aren't afraid to try new things. The number 5 has special meaning in various cultures, signifying the freedom to adapt to a constantly shifting world. Meditation, personal spiritual retreats, and other spiritual disciplines that encourage investigation and growth tend to attract people with this digit. Parent-child connections. Those born under the 5 zodiac sign are considered to be free-spirited and open-minded, with a penchant for exploring new places and meeting interesting people. They seek out romantic partners who share their enthusiasm for life on their mission to find the perfect balance between their two extremes. People whose lives are shaped by the number 5 tend to be pioneers in the realms of travel, exploration, and innovation. They frequently end up in fields like business or research, which demand a high level of flexibility and imagination. They thrive in fast-paced settings because they are adaptable and inventive. Throughout the board, by embracing their daring nature and seeking out new experiences, those with the 5 life path support a life of spiritual growth, adventure, and transformation. Achieving personal and spiritual fulfillment is possible for those with this digit. 6 stands for intelligence and intuition. Individuals with a birthday that ends in the number 6 tend to be very perceptive and self-aware. They are gifted spiritual counselors and healers because of their empathy and compassion. 6 stands for equilibrium and harmony. It represents harmony between the physical and spiritual realms and is the same number as the hexagon and the Star of David. Many people with this digit are drawn to spiritual disciplines that foster harmony and inner serenity, such meditation and being observant in personal relationships. Those born under the sign of 6 are known to be very kind and supportive, and they frequently serve as the rock upon which their relationships rest emotionally. To make sure their interactions are satisfying for both parties, they must figure out how to balance their giving and receiving sides. People impacted by the number 6 tend to thrive in helping professions, whether that's providing spiritual direction, caregiving, or therapy. In general, they are good counselors and healers because of their innate empathy and intuition. If you are 6, you should embrace your intuitive side and strive for balance. Doing so will lead to a life of compassion, harmony, and intuition. Those born with this digit have the potential for great spiritual and personal development. Enlightenment and transition are 2 of the many meanings attached to the number 7. People whose birthdays fall on a 7-digit year tend to be seekers of wisdom and self-improvement. Their quest for spiritual enlightenment and understanding is driven by their analytical and introspective nature. The 7 chakras, the number 7, and the 7 days of the week all point to a spiritual journey toward enlightenment and the seeker mystic. Individuals with this digit tend to be drawn to spiritual disciplines that promote self-discovery and inner calm, such as meditation and reflection in intimate relationships. As part of their professional path, 7s are learning to strike a balance between their introspective inclination and the need for social engagement and connection. They cherish meaningful connections and commonly seek partners who share their search for knowledge. Those who are heavily impacted by the number 7 tend to thrive in analytical and research-based professions, such as those in the academic or scientific communities, where they are required to think critically and solve complex problems. Scientific studies. They are great thinkers and creators all around since they are analytical and introverted. Living a life of transition is encouraged by the number 7. Achieving enlightenment and self-discovery is possible for people born under this digit if they are willing to embrace their introverted nature and actively seek out information. 8's empathetic character. The number 8 is linked to kindness and helping others. The desire to make a difference in people's lives and the world is a common motivator for those whose birthdays conclude in the number 8. They are born spiritual leaders and philanthropists because of their kind and giving nature. In numerology, 8 is the number of infinity, and in Buddhism, the Eightfold Path stands for everlasting wealth and enlightenment. Individuals with this digit are often drawn to spiritual practices that promote service and compassion, such as volunteer work and charity in personal relationships. 8s are known for their generosity and kindness. They value deep connections and are often the caregivers in their relationships. Their journey involves learning to balance their giving nature with a need to care for themselves, ensuring that their relationships are mutually supportive. Professionally, people influenced by 8 excel in fields related to leadership and philanthropy. They are often found in roles that involve social work management or entrepreneurship. Their compassionate and generous nature makes them effective leaders and advocates for change. Overall, the number 8 encourages a life of compassion, service, and abundance by embracing their generous nature and seeking to help others. Individuals with this digit can achieve personal and enlightened path of 9. 9 is associated with enlightenment and completion. Many people who are born in years that finish in 9 are seeking enlightenment and happiness in their spiritual lives. Their wisdom and compassion propel them to seek out more information and a deeper grasp of spirituality. The number 9 signifies finishing a cycle and achieving enlightenment. In many faiths, it represents the completion of the 9 stages leading to enlightenment. People with this digit are generally drawn to spiritual activities that bring together wisdom and compassion, such as advanced meditation. They also like acts of selfless service, including personal prayer and meditation, that help them realize themselves and find inner peace. 9s are kind and wise, and they seek for companions who share their desire to develop spiritually. Those who are drawn to the realm of spiritual guidance and instruction frequently find themselves in positions of spiritual leadership, mentoring, or teaching. Their effectiveness is enhanced by their caring and knowledgeable nature. In general, the 9 stands for teachers and mentors who, by embracing their enlightened nature and seeking out greater knowledge, encourage others to live lives of wisdom and fulfillment. Achieving personal and spiritual mastery is possible for those with this digit. Numerous facets of your life, including your health, relationships, finances, and spiritual development, can be uncovered by examining the last number of your birth year. From 1, the pioneering spirit, to 7, the transforming energy. Each of the numbers from 0 to 9 has its own vibration and effect that shapes your experiences and destiny. You can investigate the significance of your birth with better knowledge and purpose if you understand these meanings, which can help you manage your journey. Uncovering deeper connections to your personal strengths and problems is what the last digit of the year is all about. By embracing these realizations, you can draw nearer to your authentic self and the natural flow of the cosmos. We appreciate you coming along on this educational journey with us. We hope that the material was both useful and motivating for you. Please consider subscribing to Buddhism Insights if you found this video helpful and would like to see more videos like this one. Keep an eye out for additional stuff that will assist you in unraveling the enigmas of your existence and soul.